Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final episode of Finding Teddy as we are looking for our teddy bear. We enter into the home of Tarant and we notice GRE. Okay. And this item looks like something important. We could move it, but we can't quite get it off, so there's something not right about that. This guy is spelling something out to us, a message, but we can't really tell what that is at the moment. Alright, there's EAT. GREEAT. Keep that in mind. That's going to be very, very important to us in a few moments. We're going to head over here to the left, and I think we're going to head over to the left one more time. And by doing so, that should take us to this little guy right here. So we're going to grab him, and notice the flames. It's kind of important that we do that. So we're going to keep moving to the left, and we're going to head back up real quick. Now, what this guy is spelling is he's spelling help. He's needing help because he's trapped in the spider web. But we've got something that might be able to free him from the webs, the flaming webs. We are able to do just that. And he's trying to escape. He's like, I went out of this place. But he hasn't quite left yet. This little guy is stuck. So why don't we ask him for what he asked us for? So we ask him to help us, and with that, he moves forward and he saves this little thing. But what is that? What is that? We'll find out in just a moment. We saw the GRE, the EAT. Does that spell anything? Curiouser and curiouser by the moment. So we're going to head over to the left, and then we notice TAR. GREEAT, TAR. And there's nothing over here of our... I've been forgetting to click. All right, so I've got to... Come on. Sounds like it's somewhere around here. Come on. Come on. It's somewhere around here. Come on. There we go. We're now at 12 of 15. We are almost there. Click. Okay, nothing there. Click there. Nothing there. Nothing here. I'm going to go back to the room we were just at. I want to make sure we haven't missed something. Ah. Here we go. It's getting louder. Should not be too far from here. Come on. When I start doing things like this, I'm sure you guys are like, he hates the game. And that's not it, but just whenever there's little things like this that make me go, come on. I found him somewhere. I don't know where, but I found him somewhere. Alright, so let's head to the right, first of all. And we see R-A-N-T. So we saw G-R-E, E-A-T, T-A-R, R-A-N-T. I wonder if that means something. We'll worry about that in just a moment. Notice there's a spider mother, and she's crying. I think that's crying. She's crying out of the bottom eyes. But we have an item for her. It's her baby! And we just throw it at her. And what is it she tells us for such kindness? I am Y-O-U, your, F-R-I-E-N-D. She says, I am your friend. We made a new friend, children. Isn't that great? So let's go ahead and... somewhere here in the middle. There it is. We are at 14 of 15. We've almost got all of them. Now we just need to head to the left. And when we head to the left, if you couldn't tell, it's G-R-E-A-T-T-A-R-A-N-T. Great Tarant. And so it's going to spell the whole thing out for us. Yay. Alright, and we're going to grab this item right here because it is exactly what we need right now. And now we're going to make our way over this way, and we're going to head on up. Because there's an area we haven't quite explored yet. But I think we need to. Continue heading up, and let's take our way to the left. And here's our little spider friend. This guy can't be mean, right? Let's go ahead and go to the right, or to the left. And I like how she had the look like, really? Really? You thought this would work? In order to get past this, we need to take our little fly buddy, and he'll save us. Isn't that great? Wow, there's like a dead spider just... No, that's like a dead spider, like stinger. Okay, I'm just going to move past all that. That's just, okay, whatever. But in order to get past this, we see all those little stingers. Let's take a stinger and... Wata! Wata! And with that, we have made it through there. We're not going to head up north real quick, or just yet. Even though there's an item we can do there, we're not going to go in there just yet. We want to move over to the... That's a big bed. That's a really big bed for a big thing. Alright, so we've got a little bit of a ways to go. I feel like I'm missing something right now. Let's head to the egg room, where there's an egg, and here we go. So we have the egg, and we have the area of the final lightning bug, and there it is. We've got 15 out of 15 now. We have an egg as well, so we want to head over to the left, back to where we came. And there's the reason why we didn't go up, because now we're going to go up. Because the egg is going to be quite useful up here. Make our way up, and... Little girl's got some climbing skills, parkour, I'm telling you. And there's a bird, and it's missing one of its eggs, but guess what? Your egg! And she pulls out a key, another key. So now we head down, and the room that we didn't go into a moment ago, we're going to now head into. And by making our way in here, we're going to go to a room with a chest. And when we use this key, same color, to open the chest, we receive another key. Awesome. Head down now. Head down now, little girl. Thank you. And now we want to head all the way right. Continue making our way to the right, past the egg room, and that should lead us to a really, really big door shaped like a spider. If you have not done any of the things up to this point, you might, done any of the things, you've got to be careful, because if you don't know exactly what you're doing at this point, if you haven't paid attention to the things that you have said to other people, and the discussions you have shared, you probably will die. Let's go to the right. And look, it's Tarant. He says H-E-L-L-O. Well, let's start out by saying T-E-D-D-Y, because I want my teddy back. And he kills us. Any wrong response you give at this point, he will kill you, and you will restart here. So, you go H-E-L-L-O. He says, I-A-M-S-A-D. I am sad. Well, what did we say earlier? We said H-A-P-P-Y. Happy. I-H-A-V-E. I have. N-O. I have no. F-R-I-E-N-D. I have no friend. What are we going to tell him? I am Y-O-L-M-N-Q-R-S-T your F-R-I-E-N-D. We spelled that wrong. We spelled that wrong. I spelled that wrong. Let me try this again. I-A-M-Y-O-T your F-R-I-E-N-D. I am your friend. So we're friends with him now. Tarant is our buddy now, right? We're good friends. What? W-H-A-T. What? D-U. What do? Y-O-U. What do you? W-A-N-T. What do you want? Well, what did we start out this game for? Teddy. I want Teddy back. And with that, Tarant says, here is your teddy bear back. And he's sorry. And shouldn't that itch really, really badly? Shouldn't we be itching? Like the little follicles, don't they itch? But with that, Tarant takes us on a journey back through the land because he now has a friend. Tarant, the master of the land. The fearsome giant creature. Is taking us somewhere, but that takes us to the end of the game. Finding Teddy, all in 4 episodes, and you go 4 episodes. In the next episode, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the things that you can do in New Game Plus. And, pointing out a few things that I never caught my first playthrough of this, and you may not have caught at the beginning of the game. But stuff that, I kind of picked up. And even some neat little Easter eggs. So, with that, our little girl is reunited with her teddy bear. Tarant has a friend. That's the game, guys. But we're going to continue going through here just a moment. I'm going to give some of my in-game thoughts real quick about this. The game was made in 4 months. I like the game, more or less, in and out of itself. I've actually gotten every achievement on the game. It's quite easy to do so. You just get killed by every enemy and a few other things. I even have the soundtrack to this, which I think I got all this from a Humble Bundle. I can't think of how much the game is. This game I don't think is all that expensive. There's a second game which is $14.99. It's on sale as of this moment, like at the Steam sale. When this episode goes up, it will no longer be on sale, most likely. Just giving heads up. Dedicatade to Raka, Robert, and Rocco Sylvain. So I'm assuming they may have passed. But for the price that I paid for it, the only thing that gets me is this kind of seems like it would have been like it could have been like a Flash game. But I mean, it was enjoyable enough, I guess. And she enters back in through the wardrobe from whence her teddy was stolen. And upon entering into the world, what happens? Tarant sticks his big head through there. Adds, okay, the cat's the same color, but adds color to the bug, to the little girl, and the cat's the same. But you don't think that's the end, do you? A lot of time passes. And our little girl is no longer a little girl. She's an adult now. I'm going to say she's an adult now. She's not a teenager. I guess an adult, and she's greeted with hello. And she re-enters the world in which she began some time ago. Now, you can move over to the right if you want, but, you know, by doing so, really and truly, there's nothing for you here. Because you can't go any further, that's missing. So there's only one way that we can travel at this point. And that is over to the left, where we saw the blob at the very beginning of the game that ate the little girl and digested her quickly. And it's Tarant. He says, we need you. We need you again. And with that, we have a cliffhanger. Because this continues in the second game. I think it's the Chronicles of Teddy. But we'll have to get to that to another time. What we're going to do is we're going to quickly take a look at a few things, if you'll give me just a moment. I will show a few things, you know, just some of the extras. There's a gallery here, and it shows her entering into the forest. Inside the cavern, meeting the blob for the first time, and I like the way that she's drawn. Being reunited with her teddy. Again in the forest, near the stream. With the monster that beats us with his head. Forest. Forest. Teddy in the clutches of Tarant. Tarant towering over everything with Teddy in tow. The snake that eats us from the that can eat us in stage 2. The bee, if we kill its flower. Tarant's home. The cat, which sucks. Tarant with our teddy. The little girl entering into everything, I guess. The swamp area. This guy, we'll learn more about him in the 4th episode. The vulture. Tarant stealing our teddy bear, and apparently he's lifted the little girl's arm. The froggies! And Tarant taking us back to the wardrobe. Anyway, this has been Andrew the Moo, and I will see you in episode 4 where we look back at New Game Plus and a few of the little extras that are in the game. But I will see you then. Have a great day. Bye now.